Imagine hearing a voice, a whisper, that seems to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. A voice that knows your secrets, your fears, and your past. This was the reality for the Bell family of Adams, Tennessee in the early 19th century. In the heart of this modest town, nestled within the tranquil and rustic charm of rural America, the Bells lived a life not unlike any other. That is, until they encountered something that defied all understanding, a malevolent entity that would later be known as the Bell Witch. This spectral figure, shrouded in mystery and fear, is said to have terrorized the Bell family for years. The family consisted of John Bell, his wife Lucy, and their children. Each one was touched by this unearthly presence, their lives forever altered by its haunting whispers and chilling pranks. The Bell Witch made its mark on them and on the annals of American folklore. This was the beginning of a haunting that would last for years and create one of America's most infamous ghost stories, the tale of the Bell Witch. It began subtly, with strange noises in the night, whispers of an unknown origin, scratching sounds, as if an invisible hand was clawing at the wooden walls of the Bell family home. A soft, eerie humming, seemingly coming from nowhere and everywhere all at once. It was enough to send chills down anyone's spine, but especially so when there was no discernible source. What was even more disturbing were the sightings of peculiar animals around their property, creatures that didn't quite fit the mold of the common fauna of Adams, Tennessee. There was talk of a dog with a rabbit's head and birds that stood still in midair, defying the laws of nature. It was surreal, as if reality itself was bending, twisting into something unfamiliar and frightening. The Bells, being a practical and grounded family, tried their best to brush it off. They told themselves it was just their minds playing tricks on them, the result of late nights and overwork. They convinced themselves that the noises were just the house settling, the animals merely oddities of nature. But deep down, a feeling of unease had started to take root, a sense that something wasn't quite right. As days turned into weeks, the occurrences didn't cease. Instead, they escalated. The whispers turned into distinct voices, the scratching became more aggressive, and the unusual animals seemed to multiply. The Bells could no longer ignore the disturbing happenings. They could no longer dismiss it as figments of their imagination, or attribute it to the wear and tear of their old home. The family found themselves caught in a web of fear and confusion. The home that once offered comfort and solace was slowly turning into a house of horrors. They could no longer deny the reality of their situation, the stark terror that was creeping into their lives. The unease had now transformed into a palpable dread. But as the disturbances grew more frequent and more intense, it became clear that something was terribly wrong. The Bells were not merely experiencing a series of unfortunate events. They were on the brink of a chilling encounter, a confrontation with an entity that would come to be known as the Bell Witch. And then she appeared. It wasn't a grand entrance, no thunderous applause or dazzling light show. The Bell Witch materialized as a simple, unassuming old woman, but her presence was as chilling as the winter's frost. The Bell family, huddled together in their modest cabin, felt an immediate change in the air, a shift in the energy that turned their home into a house of dread. The Bell Witch introduced herself in a voice that seemed to echo from the darkest corners of the room, a voice that was at once both eerily calm and disturbingly cold. She called herself Kate, a name as ordinary as her appearance, but there was nothing ordinary about her. She was a phantom, an apparition, a specter that had decided to make the Bell family her unfortunate hosts. The intentions of the Bell Witch were as clear as they were terrifying. She claimed she was there to torment the Bell family, to create havoc and sow discord, and she wasn't just all talk. She demonstrated her powers with a chilling display, objects moving of their own accord, strange sounds emanating from the walls, the temperature dropping drastically. It was a spectacle of the supernatural, a glimpse into a realm that defies our understanding of the world. The Bell Witch made no attempt to hide her malicious intent. She reveled in it, her laughter ringing out in the night, a haunting melody that echoed in the hearts of the Bell family. She was not a ghost to be reasoned with, not a spirit to be appeased. She was an entity of pure malevolence, a being whose only purpose was to create fear and chaos. And so, the Bell family found themselves trapped in a living nightmare. Their home transformed into a haunted house, their lives turned upside down by the terrifying presence of the Bell Witch. They were at her mercy, their fates in the hands of a vindictive spirit. who seemed to derive pleasure from their suffering. The Bell family was now living in a nightmare, with the Bell Witch firmly in control. The Bell Witch was not a benign spirit. Far from it, in fact, this spectral entity was known for her terrifying antics, each one more chilling than the last, keeping the Bell family on their toes, living in a state of perpetual fear. Her ability to mimic voices was one of the many eerie skills she possessed. Imagine this. You're alone in your home, surrounded by an eerie silence. Suddenly you hear a voice. It's familiar, comforting even. It's the voice of a loved one you trust implicitly. But as you follow the voice, you find no one there. Instead, you're met with a cold, dark emptiness. It was the Bell Witch, playing her cruel trick, sowing seeds of confusion and terror. But it wasn't just mind games that the Bell Witch was fond of. She was known to physically attack the family as well. On numerous occasions, the family members would wake up with scratches and bruises, with no recollection of how they got there, as if their sleep, their sanctuary, was invaded by this malevolent spirit, leaving physical reminders of her presence. At times, the witch would even pull their hair, slap them, or even throw objects around, turning their once peaceful home into a veritable battleground. No corner of their home was safe. The Bell family found themselves in the grip of a relentless tormentor, their home transformed into a house of horrors. And the worst part? The unpredictability of it all. The Bell Witch was capricious, whimsical even. One moment she might be eerily silent, creating a deceptive calm. The next she would be unleashing her terror, turning their lives upside down. There was no pattern, no warning, just a sudden plunge into terror. The Bell family was living in constant fear, never knowing what the Bell Witch might do next. Their lives were no longer their own. They were at the mercy of a spectral entity whose idea of fun was their unending nightmare. The terror of the Bell Witch was real, and it was relentless. The Bell Witch's reign of terror culminated in a tragic event, a chilling prediction that came to pass: the death of John Bell, the patriarch of the Bell family. The entity that had tormented the family for years had always shown a particular disdain for John Bell, and it was not shy about its intentions. It openly declared it wanted John Bell dead. In the cold winter of 1820, John Bell fell mysteriously ill. His condition was peculiar. It was characterized by episodes of twitching and difficulty in swallowing. The local doctor was puzzled and could not determine the cause of his illness. The Bell Witch, however, seemed to revel in his suffering, often heard laughing mockingly as he experienced these bouts of misery. Then, on December 20th, 1820, the inevitable happened. John Bell was found lifeless in his bed. Beside him, a small vial containing an unknown liquid was discovered. When a drop of the substance was given to the family cat, it immediately collapsed and died. The Bell Witch, with a voice filled with satisfaction, claimed responsibility for John's death. She declared that she had given him the concoction that took his life. The aftermath of John Bell's death was a period of mourning and fear. The family was left to pick up the pieces, their lives forever marred by the entity that had claimed their father's life. The Bell Witch, in achieving her ultimate aim, had left an indelible mark on the family. The death of John Bell had served as her triumph, the culmination of her reign of terror. But the story of the Bell Witch did not end with John Bell's death. The entity lingered around the family, her presence a constant reminder of the horror they had endured. The Bell Witch had achieved her ultimate goal with John Bell's death, but her story was far from over. With John Bell's death, the Bell Witch had achieved her ultimate goal. However, the echo of her malevolent laughter would continue to haunt the Bell family for years to come. But the story of the Bell Witch does not end with John Bell's death. Shortly after the unfortunate demise of Patriarch John Bell, the Bell Witch, the malevolent entity that had plagued the family, abruptly ceased her torment. The family, who had lived in abject fear for so long, found themselves in an eerie calm. It seemed as though the witch had finally left them. But before she departed, she made a chilling promise. She vowed to return in 7 years' time. True to her word, 7 years later, the Bell Witch reportedly made her presence known once more. This time, however, her focus turned to John Bell's son, John Bell Jr. She supposedly shared with him profound visions of the future, predictions of events far beyond the young man's time, such as the Civil War and other significant historical happenings. After these encounters, the Bell Witch vanished once more, promising to return in 107 years. Since then, there have been numerous reported sightings and experiences with what is believed to be the Bell Witch. A century after her promised return, in the 1930s, residents of Adams, Tennessee, started reporting strange occurrences. Unseen forces moved objects, disembodied voices echoed in the night, and a chilling presence could be felt near the old Bell farm. Many believe these incidents to be the work of the Bell Witch, while skeptics argue that these are mere stories, the result of an overactive imagination. But those who have experienced it maintain that the Bell Witch is very real. To this day, the town of Adams holds an annual Bell Witch Festival, a testament to the enduring legacy of this chilling tale. The Bell Witch may have left the Bell family, but her presence still lingers in Adams, Tennessee. She serves as a chilling reminder of a time when a malevolent entity held an entire family captive with fear. And she continues to be an enigma that captivates horror fans around the globe. The Bell Witch has left a lasting mark on American folklore. This spectral figure, shrouded in mystery and terror, has transcended the boundaries of a mere ghost story to become a cultural phenomenon. Its influence is far-reaching, extending beyond Adams, Tennessee, and seeping into all corners of popular culture. Numerous books have been penned, exploring the spine-chilling events that unfolded in the 19th century. These works of literature range from historical accounts to fictional narratives, each bringing its unique perspective to the tale. They invite readers to delve into the eerie world of the Bell Witch, igniting imaginations and sending shivers down spines. The silver screen, too, has not been immune to the allure of the Bell Witch. Several films and television shows have drawn inspiration from the haunting tale. These adaptations have brought the story to life in vivid, often terrifying detail, captivating audiences worldwide. It's a testament to the enduring power of the Bell Witch narrative. Moreover, the Bell Witch continues to be a subject of ongoing investigations and research. Paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics alike are drawn to the story, each seeking to unravel the truth behind the haunting. Some are on a quest to debunk the myths, while others hope to validate them. These investigations, often using the latest technology, strive to shed light on the unexplained phenomena associated with the Bell Witch. Academics, too, have shown interest in the Bell Witch. Scholars in fields as diverse as folklore studies, psychology, and cultural anthropology have analyzed the story. They examine its historical context, its impact on American culture, and the psychological implications of belief in the supernatural. The Bell Witch's legacy is one of intrigue and fear, a chilling blend of history and horror. It's a story that continues to resonate, a tale that refuses to be silenced. It is a fascinating study of the human fascination with the unknown, the unexplainable, the supernatural. The tale of the Bell Witch is a chilling reminder of the mysteries that may lurk in the shadows, waiting to be discovered. The Bell Witch story is a chilling tale of a family tormented by an unseen entity. This tale, steeped in the annals of American folklore, revolves around the Bell family of Adams, Tennessee. Their life was turned upside down by the appearance of a malevolent spirit known as the Bell Witch, who tormented them relentlessly. The entity's antics ranged from harmless pranks to dangerous attacks, but its most disturbing act was its alleged role in the death of the family patriarch, John Bell. The appearance of the Bell Witch was as mysterious as its departure. After years of terror, the entity simply vanished, leaving the Bell family in peace. Yet its legacy persisted. The tale of the Bell Witch has endured through the centuries, captivating and petrifying audiences with its chilling narrative. What makes the Bell Witch story stand out amongst countless ghost stories? It's the unique blend of elements that it incorporates. It's not just a tale of a haunting. It's a complex narrative that combines family drama, mystery, and horror. The entity's interactions with the family, its ability to mimic voices, and its alleged role in John Bell's death imbue this story with an eerie sense of realism that is hard to shake off. Moreover, the enduring appeal of the Bell Witch story lies in its unexplainable nature. Despite numerous investigations, no conclusive explanation has ever been found for the strange events that befell the Bell family. This lack of closure adds to the story's allure, compelling us to delve deeper into the mystery. In the end, the Bell Witch story serves as a reminder of the power of the unseen and the unexplained. It's a tale that continues to captivate us, challenging our perception of reality and pushing the boundaries of our understanding. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, The story of the Bell Witch remains one of America's most haunting tales, a chilling testament to the power of the unseen and the unexplained.